Guys, what's up? Welcome to Unacademy. How are you all? I hope all of you are doing fine. Let me just check the audio and the video before I begin the class. Just give me a moment. Okay, I am live. Okay, about me. My name is Manoj Kumar. I am a civil engineering graduate. I've cleared SSC CPO, ESIC UDC, LIC EDU. Going forward, there is a free scholarship test. Free scholarship test. Okay, the test is today at 12 p.m. We'll have to answer 60 questions in 60 minutes, and these questions are based on previous year questions. So why this mega scholarship worth 1 crore rupees, and questions are curated by top educators, top-notch questions for a top-notch exam, get a real-time all India ranking, and the ultimate support for your preparation. And you need to practice the most anticipated questions for SSC exams and compete with thousands to get real-time all India ranking. So how do you register? The link for the test is down in the description box below. You can use my invite code. My invite code is MJ10 and you can register for the test. You get to win Samsung mobile, JBL headphone, Amazon voucher. All this are the uh, awards for the winners. Going forward, about iconic features, you will have priority in doubt solving and also priority in live classes. Priority in doubt solving will be in the Unacademy app via Ask a Doubt feature. Priority in live classes will be in the live class via Raise a Hand feature. Going forward, what is Ask a Doubt by Unacademy? You go to the Doubts and Solutions feature on your home screen, click on Ask a Doubt and upload your doubt image. Crop the image and highlight the question. Choose the subject that the question falls under so that the respective educator will provide the solution. Going forward, here you can have a look at the test series. A few test series are available for free and a few paid tests as well. You can attempt all this live and record it now. Going forward, raise a hand feature. What is raise a hand feature? Raise a hand feature is applicable for plus subscribers only. So what is raise a hand feature? In the middle of a live class, if you have any doubt, you get to raise your hand and talk to your favorite educator and get your doubt resolved. Online is much better than offline. Going forward, about SSC subscription for 2 years, it is 7,800. For 12 months, it is 6,500. For 6 months, it is 5,400. You can use my code. My code is MJ10 and you will get 10% off on your subscription. And for 2 years, it is going to cost 7,020 rupees and less than that if you have credits. So do use my referral code and enroll right away. Going forward, report and win feature. This is an opportunity for all learners to report any inappropriate content in the video. And if you are the first one to report a particular issue, then you get to claim prize. So report any inappropriate content using the form that is in the description box below. All right, let's crack it. So the first topic, CSC Yogita Mobile Application. CSC means Common Service Centers, wherein all the services are at one place, that is Common Service Center. This is operating under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, that is MEITY, Information Technology. Recently launched Yogita Mobile App. So MEITY has launched Yogita Mobile App. So what is this mobile app? The objective of this app application is to provide skill development opportunity to youth in rural area. So skill development, which is vital for the growth of country. So Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has come up with a new app. The name of the app is Yogita, and the reason it has come up with Yogita app is to provide skill development for youth in rural areas. And about the app will offer courses in 3D printing, CAD, cybersecurity, and several other IT tools. The app will provide industrial-based training and make the learner's job easy. The courses offered are in accordance to the current market needs of the country. What is the need for the app according to International Labour Organization? So International Labour Organization was established in 1919. It's a very old organization and the headquarters of International Labour Organization is in Geneva. Okay, so according to International Labour Organization, we have already seen that there is going to be 207 million job losses around the world this year. So another report by International Labour Organization, according to International Labour Organization, the rural youth, they are to suffer 40% more than urban youth. Rural youth will suffer more than urban youth. The vocational training provided in the country, this mismatches the need of casual workers. The vocational training, that is the training that is provided just before getting a job, This is not matching with the needs of the casual workers. These casual workers, they contribute to 90% of the total workforce in the country. And about common service centers, they are statutory bodies. They were established under the Companies Act. The common service centers connect the local population with government enterprise, banks, insurance companies, private establishments, and educational establishments. Going forward, what are the concerns today? Majority of the construction workers are from rural parts of the country. The construction sector creates 6 times the job of the IT sector. So please do note this. Construction sector creates 6 times the job of IT sector. But still the government prioritizes IT sector over construction sector when it comes to skill development. So this is the major concern. Though construction sector construction sector, people working in construction sector is more than those in the IT sector, still preference is given only for people working in IT sector, and that's a major concern. Going forward, what are the other challenges in skill development? Skill gap in the country is increasing. According to National Skill Development Corporation of India, more than 12 crore skilled manpower in India is required. Perception towards vocational training should be changed. And students and parents are of the mindset that only engineering and medicine are prestigious courses with high value. That is true, right? So beta ho gaya to engineer, beti ho gaya to medicine. That's the mindset that Indian parents have. The quality of trainers in the country is bad. There is lack of industrial initiatives. The complexity and multiplicity of labor laws is inhibiting skill development. Inhibiting means is stopping. Okay, is hindering. Sorry. The quality of the course is bad, and also there is lack of infrastructure. These are the challenges in skill development. The quality of trainers is also not so good, and there are lack of industry initiatives. All these together have contributed to challenges in skill development. Going forward to the next topic, this is pretty important. Nordic clinker boards in UNESCO Heritage Tag List. So UNESCO Heritage Tag List has recently included clinker boards. Clinker boards are nothing but wooden boards that are in northern part of Europe, and they are in Europe from a very long time, from the Viking Age. Viking Age was between the 8th century to the 11th century. So that is Viking era. So from the Viking era, you see these kind of clinker boards. United Nations Culture Agency UNESCO added the Nordic clinker boards to its heritage list in December 2021. What are the highlights? The wooden sailboats have allowed people of Northern Europe to spread influence, trade, and sometimes war across continents and seas for thousands of years. Denmark, Iceland, Finland, Sweden, Norway jointly sought UNESCO designation. The term clinker is believed to refer to the way its wooden boats were fastened together. Fastened means fixed together. Museum. Viking Ship Museum. This is located in Roskilde, that is west of Copenhagen, and Copenhagen. This is the capital of Denmark. Denmark. It not only exhibits the remains of wooden vessels which were built 1,000 years ago, but also works towards rebuilding and reconstructing other Viking boats. The process of construction involves use of experimental archaeological methods to gain a deeper and practical understanding of the Viking Age. I've already told you Viking Age was the Scandinavian region. They were in the Scandinavian region between the 8th century and the 11th century. That is the Viking Age. Going forward, what are the characteristics of this wooden clinker boat? Wooden clinker boats are characterized by use of overlapping longitudinal wooden hull planks. These planks are sewn or riveted together. So you can see wooden planks here. So if this was a 3D image, I could have shown that. But all this is not important. What is important is clinker boats from Northern European region. They have got UNESCO heritage. They have been added to the UNESCO heritage list. And these boats they are strengthened internally by additional wooden components, specifically tall oak trees. Gaps are stuffed with tar or tallow mixed with animal hair, moss, and wool. Going forward about the World Heritage Site. World Heritage Site is an area of landmark which is legally protected by international convention administered by UNESCO, that is United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization. These sites are designated by UNESCO for having historical, cultural, scientific or other forms of significance. These sites are judged for comprising cultural and natural heritage worldwide considered to be important to humanity. Going forward, number of World Heritage Sites as of July 2021, there are 1,154 World Heritage Sites across 167 countries. Out of them, 897 are cultural, 218 are natural, and 39 are mixed properties. And Italy, with 58 selected areas, is the country with the greatest number of sites in UNESCO list. Please do note it. Italy has the highest number of UNESCO heritage sites. Okay. Going forward to the next topic, Pakistan Islamic bond. So Pakistan is an Islamic country. So in Islam, Islam forbids paying interest, paying interest. So Pakistan has come up. It has raised loan through Sukuk bond. So what is the Sukuk bond? Let me tell you. Sukuk bond is wherein you pledge or mortgage a portion of your asset and raise money from it. That is a Sukuk bond. More on this, Pakistan has raised 1 billion US dollar loan through Sukuk bond at a record rate of 7.95% interest rate. There will be interest rate, but interest rate is not the objective here. Here you will be pledging. So interest rate won't be considered, but Pakistan has accepted for a high rate of interest because it is under economic stress. That is the reason it has accepted this. It is the cost that Pakistan has agreed to pay on an Islamic bond. So this is 7.95% interest rate is the interest rate that Pakistan has agreed to pay on an Islamic bond. A country has also agreed to pledge a portion of Lahore Islamabad motorway in return for a highly needed loan. So Pakistan is pledging, okay, Lahore Islamabad motorway in return for a highly needed loan. It has also raised the loan for keeping official foreign exchange reserves at their levels ahead of some major foreign loans repayment. So foreign reserves of Pakistan, they have depleted. So to keep it active, or to keep the levels high ahead of some major foreign loan repayment, Pakistan has raised Sukuk bonds. And Prime Minister Imran Khan also went to international capital markets after consuming around 2 billion US dollars out of the 3 billion US dollar reserve borrowed from Saudi Arabia. This consumption has brought down the gross official foreign exchange reserve to 17 billion US dollars as of now. Going forward, issuance of Sukuk bond in Pakistan. Pakistan issued 7-year tenor asset-backed Sukuk bond to raise 1 billion US dollars at the interest rate of 7.95%. The rate is almost half percent higher than the 10-year Euro bond, which was floated in April 2021. So the rate is half percent, that is 0.5% higher than 10-year Euro bond. The key difference between Islamic Sukuk bond and the traditional Euro bond is that Sukuk bond is backed by an asset which attracts less interest rate. However, government paid an interest rate on the asset-backed bond, which is higher than the traditional tenor bond because they wanted loan immediately to keep their reserves higher so that repayment can happen. So please do note this. What is Sukuk bond? Sukuk bond is Islamic bond, and Pakistan has recently raised Sukuk bond. That is all you need to remember. Going forward, the Sukuk bond, Sukuk is the Arabic name for financial certificates. It is also referred to Sharia compliant bond. So these are Sharia. Sharia is the law that is governing Islam. And Accounting and Audit Organization for Islamic Financial Institutions defines Sukuk as securities of equal denomination which represents individual ownership interest in portfolio of eligible existing or future assets. The Fiqh Academy of OIC, that is Organization of Islam Cooperation, had legitimized the use of sukuk in 1988. Sukuk were developed as an alternative to conventional bonds because conventional bonds are not considered permissible by many Muslims due to interest on it. I have already told you, if there is interest, then that is against Islam. In Islam, you're not supposed to pay Islam. This is what I know. If you know more about this, please do let me know in the comment box below. Sukuk securities are structured in accordance with the Sharia by paying profit, not interest. Going forward to the next topic, India's first women Rafale pilot. So is it pilot Shivangi Singh, India's first women Rafale pilot? She was part of Indian Air Force tableau at the Republic Day celebrations. She joined the Indian Air Force in 2017. She is the only second woman pilot to participate in the Indian Air Force tableau. Fighter jet pilot Bhavna Kant was the first woman to participate in the Indian Air Force tableau. Going forward about Shivangi Singh was commissioned in the second batch of women fighter pilots. She was flying MiG-21 before a Rafale. She is part of Golden Arrow Squadron. So Shivangi, she is the part of Golden Arrow Squadron. And Shivangi Singh, she was born in Bihar. She did her Bachelor of Technology in Sikkim Manipal University of Technology. Later, she did her further studies in Malviya National Institute, that is in Jaipur. About the Indian Air Force Tableau, the theme of 2022 Indian Air Force Tableau is Indian Air Force Transforming for Future. So please do note it, the theme of Indian Air Force Tableau 2022 is Indian Air Force Transforming for Future. Ashlesha radar and the indigenously developed light combat helicopter participated in the tableau. Indian Air Force also showcased the GNAT aircraft. What is GNAT aircraft? I'll tell you further on. First, let us have a look at the Golden Arrow Squadron. This is based in Ambala, that is in Punjab. The squadron was resurrected in 2016 with Dassault Rafale jets. It was moved to Delhi during 1965 India-Pakistan war to protect the capital. The squadron received the President's Standard Award in 1988. In 1951, the Harvard 2B aircraft participated in the squadron. In 1955, de Havilland Vampire participated in the squadron. So the uh, uh, the flights they keep changing. Okay, the fighter jets they keep changing, but this squadron will remain the same. Fighter jets will change, but squadron will remain the same. In 1957, it was Hawker Hunter Migrate participated in the squadron. In 1975, it was MiG-21. Since 2019, it is Rafale after we have got Rafale jets from France. About the Aslesha radar, it is a multi-faceted, low-weight radar. It can be deployed in varied terrains like desert, plains, high altitudes, and mountain tops. And about the GNAT was designed by the British. It is a subsonic fighter aircraft. So please do remember, there are what is subsonic? Subsonic, we know speed of sound. Speed of sound is the speed of sound. Speed of sound is 350 meters per second, somewhere in and around that. Okay, this is considered as 1 Mach. 1 Mach. So if it is subsonic, matlab it is less than 1 Mach. It is less than 1 Mach. And if it is sonic speed means it is equal to 1 Mach. And there is supersonic. Supersonic means the speed is greater than 1 Mach. The speed is greater than 1 Mach, but less than 3 Mach. Between 1 Mach and 3 Mach, we have supersonic. Then there is hypersonic. Hypersonic is when it is greater than 5 Mach. Okay, so subsonic means less than 1 Mach. Supersonic means between 1 Mach and 3 Mach. Hypersonic means greater than 5 Mach. So I've told you all the sonics here. So it is a subsonic fighter aircraft NAC. It is used to combat and training purposes. It is used for combat and training purposes. NAT is operated by different squadrons in India. There are 2, 9, 15, 18, 21, 22, 23, 24. NAT aircrafts, they are operated by Finland, that is in Yugoslavia. In 1956, India signed an agreement to produce the aircraft within the country. Then HAL slowly took over the technology, that is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited slowly took over the technology. Going forward, next topic is new districts of Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh has recently increased the number of districts. It has got 13 new districts. 13 new districts. So let us have a look at it in detail. The Jagannath Reddy government of Andhra Pradesh recently created 13 new districts. The districts were created based on the parliamentary constituencies. With this, the total number of districts in Andhra Pradesh is 26. So Andhra Pradesh now has 26 districts. More on this about the new district, the Araku Lok Sabha constituency in Visakhapatnam, this was divided into 2 districts. Also, when it comes to Visakhapatnam, the Eastern Naval Command is in Visakhapatnam. Do remember that. And the 26 districts are, let me tell you the 26 districts. It is Srikulam, Vizianagaram, Manyam, Alluri Sitaram Raju district. So who is Alluri Sitaram Raju? He is the one who will participate in Rampa Rebellion. Rampa Rebellion. Rampa Rebellion. Alluri Sitaram Raju will take part in Rampa Rebellion. Please remember the name. And let me continue with the red districts. Srikulam, Vizianagaram, Manyam, Alluri Sitaram Raju district, Visakhapatnam, Sri Balaji district, Chittur, Annamaya, YSR Kadapa, Sri Satya Sai district, Anantpuram, Nandyal, Karnool, SPS Nellore, Prakasam, Palnadu, Bapatla, Guntur, NTR district, Krishna, Illuru, West Godavari, East Godavari, Konasima, Kakinada, and Anakapalli. All these are the 26 districts. You don't need to remember these 26 districts. Definitely, you don't need to remember. But you need to remember Alluri Sitaram Raju. He was the leader of Rampa Rebellion. And in Andhra Pradesh, now there are 26 districts and 30 new districts have been added. Okay. Before this, a new district, it was created in 1979 in undivided Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh, it got divided in 2014 and Telangana was created, and it was Vijayanagaram district. In 1979, Vijayanagaram district was created. And about Vijayanagara district, there is a long history that is with regard to Vijayanagara Empire. Going forward, how are new districts created in India? Now the question arises, sir, who can create new districts in India? The power to create a new district is in the hands of the state government. This is either done by passing a law in the state assembly or through an executive order. So states have the power to create new district, and how do states do that? They can pass a law in the state assembly or they can do that through an executive order. The state governments, they can also pass a notification in the office gazette. Why are the new districts created? According to state government, it is easy to administrate if the districts are smaller, correct? If the districts are smaller, the administration will be easy. Small and more districts means more officers for less population. The grievances of the people shall be redressed easily. Scheme implementation and fund transfer becomes easy, and that's the idea behind creating new districts. Going forward, what is the role of the central government in creating new districts? Sir, the center does not have any role. Let us have a look at it. The central government has no role in creating new district. The Ministry of Home Affairs is included only when the state government wishes to change the name of a railway station. So when the state government wants to change the name of a railway station, that is when Ministry of Home Affairs will come into play. Rest apart for creation of new district, it is completely in the hands of state government. State government can do that by an executive order or by making a new law, passing the law in the assembly. And what is the current scenario of Indian district? In 2011 census, there were 593 districts in India. Between 2001 and 2011, 46 districts were created according to a Government of India website. Government No India is a Government of India website. You can also go to this website. This is very useful for competitive examination. If you want to do your revisions, you can do your revisions using this No India website. There are 718 districts in the country as of 2011, according to No India. The number increased mainly because of the division of Andhra Pradesh in 2014, and the number had not added the newly created Andhra Pradesh district. So after the newly created Andhra Pradesh district, I guess somewhere around 758 districts are in India. So I don't know the exact number. Please do check it and let me know in the comment box below. Going forward to the next topic, Jammu and Kashmir new generation administrative reforms. So Jammu and Kashmir, it's a union territory now, so it's come up with administrative reforms. So what are the reforms? Let's have a look at it in detail. The Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Reforms, that is DARPG, is to collaborate with Jammu and Kashmir government for administrative reforms. So what is the plan? The roadmap is to be created on the following three incentives. Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances and the Jammu and Kashmir government will together monitor the progress of 58 district good governance index indicators. An online portal is to be created to monitor the indicators. Online monitoring of satisfaction of the citizens in 150 e-services. The EHRMS is to be adopted in Jammu and Kashmir. Also, the National Informatics Center is to create an online dashboard monitoring tool to collect data. 150 e-services are provided through digital platforms. The quality of services is to be benchmarked. This will improve the ease of life of the Kashmiris. Going forward, what are the reforms so far? The Srinagar Secretariat and the Jammu Secretariat, they were converted into paperless Secretariat. They have adopted the Office e-Office version 7.0. Also, Jammu and Kashmir has witnessed considerable changes in terms of ease of doing business. And what is EHRMS? Electronic Human. This system will digitalize employee service records, GPF, pension benefits, and gratuity. Going forward, about Department of Administrative Reforms and Personal Grievances, operates under Ministry of Personal, Public Grievances and Pensions. And about the District Good Governance Index, do remember Jammu and Kashmir has become the first union territory or the state that to come up with a District Good Governance Index. It was developed by the Union Ministry of Home Affairs, that is Amit Shah, and the index displays the performance of the districts of Jammu and Kashmir, and this is based on 58 indicators. Moving forward to the next topic, IMF on El Salvador Bitcoin legal tender. So El Salvador, this is the first country to legalize Bitcoin. So we have seen that previously. First country to legalize Bitcoins. El Salvador is the first country to legalize Bitcoin. Also, El Salvador was coming up with a Bitcoin city. So do note this. More on this. The International Monetary Fund recently has asked El Salvador to remove legal status of Bitcoin. In September 2021, El Salvador became the first country to allow its consumers to use cryptocurrencies. Fear arose all over the country that Bitcoin might bring inflation and instability to the country because Bitcoin is something that is not tested, that is not known. How does it work? Still, the actual realities and the fear with bitcoins is since it is virtual, it can be used for terror funding, and there is no KYC compliance, there is no know your customer, you don't know who is going to transfer to whose account. Yeah, so that is the fear with bitcoin. And IMF, what is the IMF saying? IMF has warned El Salvador that it will be difficult for the Latin American country. El Salvador is a Latin American country to get loan from international organization if the latter is not removing the legal status of Bitcoin. If El Salvador does not remove this legal status of Bitcoin that it has provided, then the IMF is saying that we will not provide loans for you. We will not provide loans from any international organization to El Salvador. According to IMF, El Salvador might face large consumer protection risk, financial instability by legalizing Bitcoin. We don't know what is going to be the impact. It has just legalized Bitcoin and things are happening only after ample time, only after people have spent ample time using Bitcoin in El Salvador, they will realize what is going to be the risk. Also, IMF is of the view that Bitcoin is a controversial currency and it can fluctuate largely, correct? Since it is not backed by any asset, Bitcoin, it is a controversial currency and it can fluctuate very largely going forward. Why did El Salvador legalize Bitcoin? Bitcoin was legalized to boost economic development in the country. The country installed 200 new cash machines. El Salvador has plans to build a new Bitcoin city at the base of a volcano, and Bitcoin is to be used to fund the project. And next, what happened in El Salvador after legalizing Bitcoin? The Bitcoin has lost half of its value now in the country. Bitcoin was trading at 67,734 US dollars in November 2021. In January 2022, it's trading at 37,000 US dollars. So after legalizing Bitcoin, the value of Bitcoin is going low. It has lost nearly half of its value. So now we are able to understand the impact that Bitcoin is having on El Salvador. Excuse me. Sorry. El Salvador, this state divided with the move. Half the population they are against the move. The country provided 30 US dollars in Bitcoin for free as a start. Many citizens they are unaware of Bitcoin and its uses. Going forward, what is the World Bank saying? World Bank is also opposing the legal status given to Bitcoin in El Salvador. World Bank has warned the country before legalization began. According to World Bank, this was an attention-seeking move of the current authoritative regime in the country. So World Bank is saying that there is an authoritative regime in the country, and just to seek attention, they are doing this. And what are El Salvador staying abroad saying? Remittances make up 20% of the country's GDP. That is, remittances means suppose I go work in Kuwait and I send money to my family that is in India, that is what is remittance. So 20% of the country's gross domestic product in El Salvador is from remittances. So according to El Salvadorians working abroad, sending money through Bitcoin will be cheaper for them. Suppose I am in Kuwait and I am sending money to my family, I will have to pay the transaction charges or the currency conversion charges. If I am using Bitcoin, I don't need to pay any one of them. I don't need to pay any charges. I can work abroad and send money, and this will be far more cheaper for me. And that's what the El Salvadorians who are staying abroad are saying. So do tell me in the comment box, is it required? Is Bitcoin, should Bitcoin be legalized? What is your opinion? Do tell me in the comment box below. Going forward to the next topic, Russia military drills near Ukraine. So Russia and Ukraine, They are in news. So please do remember Sea of Azov. This borders Ukraine and Russia. Ukraine and Russia. Okay, it is along the border. So Russia recently held military drills in the annexed Crimean region. More than 6,000 troops participated in the drill. Russia had already stationed 1 lakh soldiers in Ukraine border. Going forward, why did Russia conduct the drill? The drill was conducted in response to US actions. According to Russia, the US is keeping its troops in alert. The US president had held recently meeting with the European leaders. US president recently held a meeting with European leaders. After the meeting, Biden, that is Joe Biden, US president, announced that there was total unanimity on dealing with Russia. That is, all of us, we are together in dealing with Russia. Also, the US has put 8,500 troops on standby. Also, US is sending ships to strengthen the Eastern European countries' defense. The drill is seen as counter to these actions. These tensions are increasing to the levels not seen since Cold War. So, Cold War was between USSR and USA. USSR and USA. So it was a period wherein the whole world, it was under uh, some sort of pressure wherein nobody knew when the war was about to happen. So now tensions have escalated to these Cold War times because of Russia and USA. And more on this about the drill. The drill involves bombers, fighter jets, anti-aircraft systems, ships from Caspian Sea fleets and Black Sea fleets. About Ukraine, Ukraine was a Soviet Union. It was with the Soviet Union before the later disintegration in USSR in 1991. So USSR was disintegrated in 1991. We all know this. And Ukraine, this was a part of USSR, United States of Soviet Russia, and the US and several other European countries. They have been supporting Ukraine since the disintegration. US is of the view that Russia is to capture Ukraine. Russia is rejecting the accusation. So probably the leaders of Russia and USA, they should sit together, sort the differences, and de-escalate the situation. Okay, that is what is the need of the moment. And about NATO, do tell me, where is the headquarter of NATO? Headquarter of NATO. Where is the headquarter of NATO? NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So where is the headquarter of NATO? Can you tell me in the chat box below? The headquarters of NATO. Where is the headquarters of NATO? Headquarters of NATO is in Brussels, Belgium. NATO wants Russia to withdraw its army from Ukraine borders. NATO has warned Russia that the latter will have to face severe economic sanction if it attacks Ukraine. NATO, that is North Atlantic Treaty Organization, it is an intergovernmental organization that is formed by the US and 27 European countries. So US plus 27 European countries. So there are 28 countries in NATO. Please to remember this. Okay. Moving forward, four-way Paris talks. The drill comes during four-way Paris talks on Ukraine. It is also called Normandy talks. This is increasing the tensions further. The talks were conducted among Russia, Germany, Ukraine, and France. The talks were conducted to end the conflict in eastern Ukraine. The talks aim to put an end to the long-running conflict between the pro-Russian separatists and Ukraine government forces. Going forward to the next topic, drone certification scheme. On Jan 26, 2022, Ministry of Civil Aviation notified a drone certification scheme for ensuring minimum safety and quality requirements because it will boost indigenous manufacturing. So drone manufacturing in India, it needs a boost. To give that boost, Ministry of Civil Aviation, this has notified a certification scheme. That is, they will be providing certificates for those drones which have ensured minimum safety and quality requirements. And about the drone certification scheme, the drone certification scheme, this was notified under Rule 7 of the Liberalized Drone Rules 2021. The scheme will help in simpler, faster, and transparent type certification of drones. It will help in growth of drone manufacturing industry in India, along with the liberalized drone rules, production linked incentive scheme, airspace map, and single window digital sky platform. It is another step in making India a drone hub of the world by 2030. So plan is to make India drone hub of the world by 2030, which is an important thing to be noted. Going forward, about PLI schemes for drones. What is PLI? PLI stands for Production Linked Incentives. So if you are producing something, the government will incentivize. Production linked incentives. Why will the government incentivize? Government will incentivize because it wants to see growth in this particular sector. That is the idea behind production linked incentives. So Ministry of Civil Aviation, this has approved the production linked incentive schemes for drones in September 2021. It also approved the drone components with an allocation of 120 crore rupees for 3 financial years. Production linked incentive scheme. This was launched as a follow through of the liberalized drone rules 2021, which was released by Ministry on August 25, 2021. About the certification criteria in certification scheme, the certification criteria mentioned in the drone certification scheme will be applicable to indigenous drone manufacturers, importers, as well as assemblers. Indigenous drone manufacturers are those manufacturers who are manufacturing inside India, and as well as importers and assemblers. All of them it will be applicable. That is, the certification scheme will be applicable for indigenous drone manufacturers, importers, as well as assemblers. Going forward, what is the objective of drone certification scheme? The drone certification scheme, this was launched with the objective of providing minimum requirements for airworthiness, safety, and security requirements for drones. The scheme will also seek to enable their evaluation for certification. So who will oversee the scheme? The Multi-Stakeholder Steering Committee, MSC, chaired by known professional, will oversee the certification scheme in association with Quality Control of India. The multi-steering committee will also be supported by certification committee and a technical committee that is constituted by Quality Control of India. What is Quality Control of India? Quality Control of India, this is an autonomous body set up in 1997. It was set up jointly by Government of India and the Indian industry, represented by three industry associations, namely Associated Chambers of Commerce and Industry of India, that is ASSOCHAM, and Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, that is FICCI, and Confederation of Indian Industry, that is CII. It was set up with the aim of establishing and operating national accreditation structure and promoting quality through national quality campaigns. So that was the idea behind establishment of Quality Council of India in 1997, which is an autonomous body set up jointly by Government of India plus three Indian Industry Association, plus three Indian Industry Association. Going forward, there's a committee on RRB exam concerns. So, Railway Board exams, the issue that has happened of late, and I cannot speak much about the issue with regard to student, but I empathize with the students. I empathize with the phase that they are going through, the sad phase that they are going through. But let us get into the topic. The Railway Recruitment Board, that is RRB, has created a committee to look into the concerns that are raised by the students. RRB released an employment notification for non-technical category in 2019. Okay, RRB had released NTPC notification non-technical this thing post in 2019. RRB NTPC non-technical post. The exam got postponed due to COVID-19, and the exam was recently held in Jan 14 to 15, 2022. The candidates are not satisfied with the results and are raising concern. According to them, the results are inaccurate. That's what the candidates are saying. What will the committee do? The committee is to scrutinize the results of the computer-based test. Also, it will examine the results of the second stage of the test. The students having concerns over the results can file complaints to the committee by mailing to rrbcommittee@railnet.gov.in. The aspirant shall submit their complaints till Feb 16, 2022, and the committee will submit its recommendation by March 4, 2022. Also, the committee is to set up camps in major protest areas, that is in North Central Railways and Allahabad. And the regional RRBs will compile the complaints submitted by the students and will send them to the committees. And what are the concerns raised by the students? The students who are protesting, they're protesting on the following issues. One, the recruitment process allows candidates with high qualification to compete with candidates of average or mediocre qualification. Also, some students argue that while one candidate can qualify from one region, the results say that the same person has been qualified from two or more regions. So these are the concerns raised by students, not concerns raised by me or anybody here, concerns raised by students. So what next? The RRB has put the exams on hold. The second stage of RRB CBT computer-based test that was to be held on Feb 15 to Feb 19, this has been postponed. Going forward about RRB exams, RRB conducts several exams, RRB Junior Engineer, RRB Production Force Sub-Inspector, RRB Non-Technical Popular Category, that is NTPC, RRB Assistant Loco Pilot, Technicians, etc. More than 21 exams are conducted by the board. The age limit for the exam is between 18 to 33 years. So, in this channel, we'll be teaching for RRB, NTPC, RRB exams as well. But being on a platform like Unacademy, we are not supposed to discuss anything. So let us stop it here and go forward to the next topic. And the highlights of 12 state or union territory tableau. So 12 states and union territories, they were given this opportunity to present their tableau. So what has each state presented? Let's have a look at it. A total of 21 tableau from 12 states and union territories participated in the Republic Day Parade. Sir, only 12 states, and why 21 tableau? 12 states or union territories plus 12 states or union territories plus what was it? Plus 9 departments of government. Departments or ministries they presented it. So what did Meghalaya present? Meghalaya state showcased 50 years of its statehood. This included the women-led self-help groups and women cooperative society. The tableau also showcased cane handicrafts and bamboo handicrafts. About Gujarat, the state showcased tribal revolutionaries. This included a Pal Dadav martyrs, where more than 1,200 innocent people they were killed by the British. Going forward about Goa, the state showcased its tableau based on the theme Symbols of Goan Heritage. So please remember the theme of Goa is Symbols of Goan Heritage. It also showcased different natural and historical attractions. And Haryana, the theme of state's tableau was Haryana #1 non-sports. Haryana had brought maximum number of medals in national and international sports, especially Olympics. And Uttarakhand, the theme of Uttarakhand tableau is Pragati Ki or Varta Uttarakhand. It showcased the recent developments in connectivity and religious sites. Going forward in Arunachal Pradesh, the theme of the tableau was Anglo-Abor Wars. It depicted the struggle of the ethnic groups against the Britishers. 16 dancers performed the Tapu dance. The Abor are the Galo people. They are the descendants of Abotani. They speak Tani Galo language. They are listed under the scheduled tribe since 1950. And in Karnataka, the theme of Karnataka was Karnataka, the cradle of traditional handicrafts. We see a lot of handicrafts in Karnataka, so that is the theme of Karnataka tableau. Going forward in Uttar Pradesh, the theme is achievements through skill development and employment through one district, one product. And Punjab, the contribution of the state to country's independence. And Maharashtra, it is biosymbols and biodiversity of the state. And limited time and space, only 22 tableau took part in the parade due to less time and space. The states of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and West Bengal, they did not participate in the state, and they have raised their concerns over it. And overall theme, the central theme was Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. It aims to celebrate 75 years of India's independence. Next topic, who was Sangoli Rayana? Sangoli Rayana, he was a warrior from the Kittur princely state, and Kittur is currently in Karnataka. So now there is Kittur Karnataka region. Kittur Karnataka region. Kittur Karnataka region, that is in Karnataka. This comprises of 7 districts. 7 districts. The 7 districts are Uttar Kannada, Belgaum, Dharwad. Then there is Gadag, Haveri, Bagalkot, Vijaypura. These are the 7 districts. He ruled during the time of Rani Chennamma. The state government of Karnataka is building a military school in the name of Sangoli Rayana at a cost of 180 crore. The school will be administered by the Defense Ministry. Going forward about Sangoli Rayana, he was the Sheshtanadi of Kittur Kingdom. Sheshtanadi means Sainik. He was Sainik in Kittur Kingdom. He fought against the doctrine of lapse. So who introduced doctrine of lapse? It was introduced by Lord Dalhousie. Lord Dalhousie will introduce doctrine of lapse alongside Rani Chennamma till his death. The Britishers killed the king and the prince of Kittur kingdom as there was no legal heir to the throne. They wanted to take control over the Kittur kingdom under the doctrine of lapse. Rani Chennamma adopted Shivalinga. Shivalingappa as the ruler of Kittur kingdom. So Rani Chennamma did not have a male heir. So she adopted Shivalinga Rudra Sarja as the adopted king. So according to doctrine of lapse, the king which did not have a male heir, they had to surrender their dynasty to Britishers. They had to surrender their kingdom to Britishers, for which Rani Chennamma was against it, and she fought against it till the end of her life. After Kittur Rani Chennamma, it was her Sainik or her trusty or her confidant, Rani Chennamma's confidant, Sangoli Rayana from the Kittur kingdom, who started waging guerrilla wars. More about this later on. Sangoli Rayana, he wanted to make Shivalingappa as the next ruler. That was the sole aim. That was the sole aim of Kittur. So that was the sole aim of Sangoli Rayana as well as Kittur Rani Chennamma. The fight against the British, Rayana played a major role in 1824 rebellion. Most of the land in Kittur kingdom it was confiscated, and the leftover land was heavily taxed. He created a guerrilla army. He and his army moved from place to place, burnt government offices, plundered treasuries. He trained and built army from the common people. He was caught in 1830 and he was imprisoned by the Britishers. He was caught because he was betrayed by his own friends. So these are the things that you need to remember about Sangoli Rana. Sangoli Rana was also a freedom fighter, and also Bangalore railway station has been named after him. That is Bangalore railway station. If you check it out, it will be KSR. That means Kranti Veera Sangoli Rayana. Kranti means revolution. Revolutionary Sangoli Rayana railway station. Going forward about death, Rayana was hanged to death in a banyan tree in Belgavi in 1831. In Rayana's memories, Siddhi was a close associate of Rayana. He planted a banyan tree in his grave. To this date, the tree stands majestic. A temple has been built for Rayana under the tree. Also, Ashok Stamba was installed near the tree. The temple has a statue of Rayana with two wooden weights. The weights were used by Rayana himself for bodybuilding. And about culture, Gigi song are sung by Rayana. In 2015, the main railway station, that is Bangalore railway station, it was renamed as Sangoli Rayana railway station, that is KSR railway station, Kranti Veera Sangoli Rayana railway station. And about KSR railway station, this was recently in news because there is an aquatic tunnel that has come up here, underground aquatic tunnel. Underground aquatic tunnel in KSR railway station, underground aquatic tunnel that has come up in KSR railway station, and this is the first railway station to have underground aquatic tunnel. Going forward to the next topic, Coal Directory of India 2020-21. Coal Controllers Organization released its flagship publication, Coal Directory of India 2020-21 recently. Coal Controllers Organization, this is a subordinate office under Ministry of Coal. The publication, this was released by Secretary of Ministry of Coal, Dr. Anil Kumar Jain in Delhi. What is Coal Directory of India 2020-21? The Coal Directory of India 2020-21 comprises of information on performance of coal and lignite sectors during financial year 2020-21. It contains grade-wise data of production, dispatch, and reserves of coal. It further provides information on pit head closing stock, prices of coal for last few years, and its import-export. The publication also provides a comprehensive and valuable references of data to all policymakers, stakeholders, and researchers, institutions, and industry. So let us have a look at the Coal Controller Organization, that is CCO. The Coal Controller Organization, this was established in 1916. So even before independence, we have coal controller. We had Coal Controllers Organization. It is one of the oldest offices in Indian coal sector. CCO, that is Coal Controller Organization, is responsible to ensure fair production and commercial transaction. It collects and maintains coal production data of all public as well as private sector coal mines in India. So in India, we have public coal mines, also we have private sector coal mines. So it is the duty of Coal Controller Organization to collect and maintain the data of coal production. Going forward, In AP, there is mass mortality of spot-billed pelicans. Andhra Pradesh State Forest Department. This is approached experts from Wildlife Institute of India. So, where is the headquarters of Wildlife Institute of India? It is in Dehradun. And also Bombay Natural History Society, that is BNHS, and the Zoological Survey of India, that is in Kolkata, for preventing mass mortality of spot-billed pelicans in Naupada swamp, that is in Telinilapuram in Srikakulam district. Okay, so Andhra Pradesh, Srikakulam district, Telinilapuram, Naupada swamp. Please remember this location. What are the key points? Telinilapuram is a designated important bird area where pelicans have this long beaks and long necks. Okay, you can have a look at this in the picture here. And where pelicans, they have been succumbing to nematode infestation since December 2021. It is also home to painted stork. However, stork has not been infected with nematode infestation so far. So what is the issue? At least 5 spot-billed pelicans are dying every day on an average at Telinilapuram. Total death toll has crossed 160. 180 more adult species are surviving along with their chicks. They are expected to be homebound by midsummer. About the spot-billed pelicans, they are or gray pelicans. They are scientifically called as Pelicanus philippines. They are a member of pelican family. The species breed in South Asia from southern Iran to East India to Indonesia. Going forward, the bird lives in coastal waters and large inland, especially large lakes. Breeding population of these species is limited to India, Cambodia, and Sri Lanka. So these spot-billed pelicans, they breed only in India, Cambodia, and Sri Lanka. In non-breeding season, they are seen in Myanmar, Nepal, Laos, Thailand, and Vietnam. And what is the IUCN status of spot-billed pelicans? The IUCN Red List has listed these species in near threatened list. So please do remember it is in the near threatened list. According to Wildlife Protection Act 1972, it is in Schedule 4 species. Thus, it hunting is prohibited, but penalty for violation is less. Going forward about pelicans, pelicans are a genus of large water birds. They make up the family Pelicanidae. The birds are characterized by a long beak and large throat pouch, which they use to catch prey and drain water from scooped up contents before swallowing. They are 8 living species across the globe. There are 8 living species across the globe. So there are 8 species of pelicans, and spot-billed pelican is one among them, and they have long beak and large throat. You can see the long beak here and also the large throat here. So why do they have a long beak and large throat? Because when they catch their prey, they want to drain water from whatever they have scooped up before swallowing. They are distributed latitudinally from tropics to temperate zones. So they are distributed from tropics to the temperate zone. Going forward about Naupada. Naupada is a village in Santa Bommali mandal of Srikakulam district. It is located near the Palasa town in Andhra Pradesh. The village is famous for salt fields and is known as Salt Bowl of Andhra Pradesh. So which village is known as Salt Bowl of Andhra Pradesh? It is Naupada. Please do remember Naupada. Naupada is called as Salt Bowl of Andhra Pradesh. It is also known for its railway junction station. Going forward to the next topic, exercise Paschim Lehar. Exercise Paschim Lehar, this is conducted to enhance the cooperation among different naval commands in the Indian Navy. So in Indian Navy, there are 3 commands, correct? There are 3 commands. Can you tell me that one is the Western Command, one is the Southern Command, and one more is the Eastern Command. Can you tell me where is the headquarters of Western Command? Headquarters of Western Command? Exercise Paschim Lehar is being conducted by the Western Command. So where is the headquarters of Western Command? Can you tell me the headquarters of Western Command? Yes, headquarters of Western Command is in Mumbai. Headquarters of Southern Command is in Kochi, and headquarters of Eastern Command is in Vizag or Vishakhapatnam. Okay, the Navy has only 3 commands, and who is the Chief of Indian Navy? Chief of Indian Navy is Hari Kumar, the present chief. The present chief is Hari Kumar. This is what you need to remember about the Indian Navy, and it involves Indian Army and Indian Air Force as well. So Operation Exercise Paschim Lehar, this involves Indian Army, Indian Air Force as well as Indian Navy. Recently, the exercise was conducted in the west coast. About the exercise was held for 20 days. It was conducted to enhance the operational cooperation among the Indian Army, Navy, and the Coast Guard. The Western Command of the Indian Navy participated in the exercise. The headquarters of the Western Command is situated in Mumbai. Going forward, the headquarters of the Eastern Command this is located in Visakhapatnam, and the headquarters of Southern Naval Command this is located in Kochi. About Pashchim Lehar exercise 2022, more than 40 ships and submarines participated in the exercise. Along also, the Indian Air Force deployed Su-30 MKI flight refueling aircraft and Jaguar maritime strike aircrafts. The Indian Air Force also deployed unmanned aerial system Dornier aircrafts P-81, MiG-29K and IL-38SD. After a long time, the air cushion vehicle of the Indian Navy participated in the exercise. Also, the air defense batteries they were mobilized. Going forward, during the exercise, the forces operated in realistic condition. Also, weapon firing were conducted under different scenarios. What is the significance? Many of the Indian Navy ships and submarines participated in the exercise after a long gap. This included fast patrol vessels, and the offshore patrol vessels. Also, the participating forces they learn to cooperate under realistic conditions. This is important to keep the force operation ready. The exercise mainly focused on operational plans of the Western Naval Command. Going forward about the Western Naval Command is the senior most of all three naval commands. Please remember this. The senior most of all three naval commands is Western Naval Command, which is headquartered in Mumbai. It is responsible for forces deployed in the western parts of Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea. The command is led by the three-star flag officer of the rank admiral. The title of the leading officer is FOC in C, that is Flag Officer Commanding in Chief Western Command. Vice Admiral Ajendra Bahadur Singh is the current flag officer commanding in Chief Western Command. He took charge in November 2021. Going forward to the next topic, Neoco Coronavirus. So there's a new variant. This new variant has been discovered in South Africa. So according to Chinese researchers, a type of coronavirus called Neoco, which spreads among bats in South Africa. This is likely to pose threats to humans if it mutates further in future. What are the highlights? The study was posted on the reprint repository BioRxiv. However, it is yet to be reviewed. Study shows that Neoco is closely associated with Middle East Repository Syndrome, that is MERS, which is a viral disease first identified in 2012 in Saudi Arabia. Neoco, this is found in South Africa among population of coronaviruses. As of date, it spreads exclusively among animals. In the current form, Neoco does not infect humans. However, further mutations may make it harmful. What are the findings of the study? As per study, Neoco and its close relative PDF 2180 CoV, they were found to use some type of bat angiotensin converting enzyme, that is ACE2, and human ACE2 for entry. ACE2 is a receptor protein on the cell providing entry point for coronavirus to infect and hook into a wide range of cells. As per study, first case of ACE2, that is angiotensin converting enzyme usage in MERS related viruses sheds light on the potential biosafety threat of human emergence of ACE2 using MERS-CoV-2. Going forward, the study also highlights that infection with Neoco could not be cross-neutralized by antibodies to target SARS-CoV-2 and MERS-CoV-2. So the summary is Neoco, this virus, this is more infectious and deadly than previous ones. Infectious and deadly than the previous mutations. Coronavirus, they are a group of related RNA viruses causing diseases in birds and mammals. Among humans and birds, these viruses they cause mild to lethal respiratory tract infections. Mild illness among humans include some cases of common cold. More lethal varieties they can cause COVID-19, SARS, and MERS. In pigs and cows, these viruses they cause diarrhea. In mice, they cause hepatitis and encephalomyelitis. Going forward about SARS. SARS is nothing but severe acute respiratory syndrome. It is a viral respiratory disease, that is, it mainly affects the lungs. It is having zoonotic origin, that is, it is from the animals and caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome, that is SARS-CoV-2. First known case of disease this occurred in 2002. And that's it for today. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the video, please do like, share, and subscribe.